When I first opened the door to my garage, I saw chaos. Piles of old tools, boxes stacked to the ceiling, dust thick enough to write my name in. It wasn't a workspace, it was a graveyard of good intentions. But here's the thing. I had a $500 budget and a challenge. Could I turn this disaster into a clean, organized, functional workshop without breaking the bank? The answer was yes. And today, I'll show you exactly how I pulled off a full garage transformation for under $500. It started with the mindset, not the money. Most people think a makeover means expensive cabinets, epoxy floors, or fancy lighting, but I approached it differently. My goal was efficiency. I wanted every inch of that space to work for me. Step 1 was the purge. I pulled everything out, every tool, every cord, every forgotten paint can. The driveway looked like a yard sale gone wrong, but that's part of the process. You can't rebuild on clutter. I sorted everything into 3 piles: keep, donate, and trash. Harsh rule. If I hadn't used it in a year, it didn't belong. That alone made the space feel 50% bigger. Once the clutter was gone, it was time for the layout. Garages are tricky. You've got awkward corners, a concrete floor, and usually bad lighting. I sketched a quick floor plan and decided on zones: tool wall, workbench area, and storage. My biggest expense? Plywood and brackets for wall organization, $120 total. I built my own vertical tool rack using 3/4-inch plywood and a handful of hooks. Drills, saws, clamps. Everything finally had a place. I even made a magnetic strip for screwdrivers using a $5 kitchen knife holder. Practical, cheap, and clean. Next up, the floor. I didn't have the budget for epoxy, so I went with a simple concrete paint sealer in charcoal gray. Cost me $45 and 1 weekend of labor. It instantly changed the mood. The gray made everything look cleaner and brighter. I filled cracks with a $12 patch kit and rolled on 2 coats. It's not showroom perfect, but it feels fresh and it's easy to sweep. Lighting was another game changer. Garages usually have one sad bulb in the center. That's not enough. I replaced it with 2 4-foot LED strips, $60 total. The difference was night and day, literally. Suddenly, I could actually see what I was building. That's one of the most underrated upgrades you can make. If your workspace is dark, you'll always feel unmotivated. Light brings energy, and energy brings productivity. Then came storage. Instead of buying expensive cabinets, I built my own shelves from 2x4S and OSB board. Total cost, around $80. They're not fancy, but they hold everything: paint cans, hardware boxes, even my air compressor. The key here is vertical space. Most people waste half their garage by keeping everything at ground level. Go up, use your walls. Use your ceiling. I added a $30 ceiling-mounted storage net for camping gear and seasonal stuff. Easy access, zero clutter. The workbench was my favorite part. I built it out of reclaimed lumber and leftover plywood, zero cost. I added a pegboard behind it for tools and a small power strip for my chargers. Suddenly, I had a functional workspace that felt like it belonged in a professional shop. Total time, 1 afternoon. Total cost, about the price of lunch. And here's the secret that ties it all together: paint. A gallon of off-white wall paint for $35 transformed the space completely. It reflected light, made the area look bigger, and turned that dingy gray box into something that actually felt inviting. You'd be surprised how much psychology paint carries. Clean walls equal a clear mind. When everything was done, I stood back and looked around. The same garage that once looked like a dump now looked like a space I actually wanted to spend time in. Tools organized, floor clean, lighting perfect. I had a work zone, a small gym corner, and even enough room to park the car again. The total cost came out to $497, just under budget. But more than the money, it taught me something. Transformation isn't about resources, it's about creativity. Most people look at their garage and see an impossible mess. I saw potential. And if you've got a weekend, a vision, and $500, you can build something that changes the way you work every day. So here's my advice. Stop waiting for the perfect time or a huge budget. Grab a brush, some plywood, and start. Because your garage isn't just a storage room. It's a blank canvas for your ideas, your tools, your projects, your next creation. And the best part? Every time I walk in now, it doesn't feel like a garage anymore. It feels like a workshop built by me, for me. And that's worth every single dollar.